Hi, my name's Chris Goggin. I'm the Operations Director of Rinnai UK. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the three core value propositions of Rinnai UK. The first of those is H1, which is focused very much on renewable gases and renewable liquid gases, like hydrogen and renewable liquid fuels. In this value proposition, we've been first to market with a I2HY hydrogen blend certified water heater, and we're in very advanced development for the rural market with the development of renewable liquid fuel appliances like RDME to support the transition for off-grid consumers. A question we get asked quite regularly is what is the key features and benefits of the H1 value proposition? And what we're finding is as industry moves more and more to electrification, there's a lot of nuanced buildings that struggle with some of the practical, technical, and economical elements of going to full electrification. So within those buildings, we're looking to provide a renewable liquid gas solution or a low carbon gas solution so that they can still have the hot water performance and heating performance they're used to, still lower their carbon, but within practical, economical, and technical needs. So our H2 value proposition is all about catering for buildings that potentially can't go to full electrification. So highly nuanced buildings, the type of buildings you'd see in around large populous centres like London. So examples of those buildings are trying to produce a hybrid-like system. So that hybrid system would incorporate a low carbon technology, either one of Rinnai's innovative R290 heat pumps, combined with our continuous flow water heaters on gas or electric to satisfy lowering the carbon profile of that building within the practical parameters of what's available. First and foremost, it optimizes the use of energy on site. So if we're faced with a site that has a requirement for additional storage space and that's not available, or has an electrical loading that isn't suited to full heat pump solutions, we can optimize this with a hybrid system. So for example, we've done multiple projects in the City of London where space has been at a premium. The way we've dealt with that is to maximize the electrical side for the heat pump and then provide a gaseous side with our continuous flow water heating technology to optimize the system. So the renewable load will be covered by the heat pump and the only gas used will be when it's required to just boost that temperature. And H3 wise, well, we've brought to market a range of large-scale commercial heat pump technologies that come with R290 refrigerant. And to make this simple for the consumer, we've held multiple focus groups where we've listened to what the priority is with heat pump technology and then tried to help that. So for essence, one of the big issues within the heat pump market at the moment is the design of large systems. So we would support the design of large systems with CapEx, OpEx, and carbon modeling and supply the complete solution from the heat pump to the optimized cylinder to make sure we maximize heat transfer right through to whether there's a requirement for auxiliary heat. We can take the pain out of that process within our H3 initiative and provide that to the market to simplify the process. Our H3 value proposition is unique in the market because we're coming at it from a slightly different angle. When we talk about heat pump technology, quite often what's spoken about is COP and SCOP, so the coefficient of performance or the seasonal coefficient of performance. At Rinnai, we're taking a slightly different stance, and we're looking towards seasonal performance factor. Now, with the seasonal performance factor, this takes into cooperation the whole system, not just the heat pump technology. And as we optimize that entire system between the heat pump, its coil, to make sure we optimize the heat transfer from the heat generator to the store, and so on, we can give a truer reflection of how a system will perform in situ than just looking at the heat generator's efficiency. We can model this and we can support that with design support. The overall Rinnai brand ethos is to create a healthy way of living. So we've brought that to life through our product strategy And that product strategy of H1, H2, and H3 embodies that. To put it quite simply, from gaseous fuel to lower carbon intensive gaseous fuel is the form of H1. H2 can take a building that perhaps could never fully electrify, or at least not fully electrify for a long period of time, and maximize renewable gains and lower on-site carbon. And with H3, we've brought to market very innovative R290 heat pump technology, coordinated that all together in complete packages to optimize the system output, and we've made it simple. Where we're finding a lot of traction at the moment is particularly with inner city centres, where the practicalities of installing full electrification is proving difficult. So, for example, we have done multiple hotels in the City of London where we've maximised the electrical input and minimised the gaseous input by blending together a hybrid solution. Rinnai's core product ethos, as I mentioned earlier on, was to create a healthy way of living. So that happens right across the supply chain. So we're looking at greening of the supply chain through to the manufacturing of green technology, making sure our production processes are supplied by green energy, and passing that right down to a local level where the optimized solutions we put to market are there to maximize energy efficiency and lower on-site carbon. From a service perspective, we're trying to take the pain out of a lot of the design and specification by offering large-scale support in terms of CapEx, OpEx, and carbon modeling, so you can have a true reflection of how that system will perform in situ. Rinnai has been preparing for changes in the external environment for multiple years, and we've seen this coming through with various policy and regulations. These include things like the future building strategy, the hydrogen strategy, and the heating building strategy. Knowing that there is a movement towards electrification, while still keeping our eye on gaseous fuels and what could happen in this space, we're preparing a full range of product portfolio that can satisfy any sort of building in the UK, whether that's slightly nuanced in terms of its space requirements or energy supply. So ultimately, we'll be able to give an optimum solution to a building envelope level. At Rinnai, we plan to keep on ensuring we're ahead of the game and in control of what may be required in the future by continuing to engage with our customer base. It's something we have on a regular basis. We will visit the City of London on numerous occasions, holding multiple focus groups. We listen to precisely to what's required, what the pains are within the demographics that we serve, and then continue to produce solutions, whether they'll be product solutions, design solutions, or communication solutions to satisfy that requirement. Coming up towards the end of this year is we're going to be launching what would be openly known as like an applied division. This applied division will be focused on much larger commercial projects, and we'll be taking the same benefits we have now and we've been preparing for in terms of design, modeling to much bigger projects. And we'll also be bringing in some pretty exciting tech, particularly in the heat pump space, including R290 and other refrigerants, right from 4 kilowatts to 600 kilowatts. Our approach to the market is to make things simple for everybody. So why not just give us a go and see if we can help you in that respect? Let's see if we can make that simple. Let's see if we can give you that data that supports an informed decision. Let's see if by taking advantage of SPF, which is known within the market as a consistent measurement method, but perhaps isn't well embedded into policy documents and measurement methodologies, we can really give a truer reflection of how particular systems from gaseous fuels to heat pumps and hybrids performs in the real life environment. So my kind of answer to that would be just give our design team a go. Today, I'm at our central London design office where we have multiple mechanical engineers who are working on these specifications so they can pop out and see you at your practices, or you can come and visit them on Tottenham Court Road anytime for a face-to-face. Alternatively, we're available on the internet at www.rinnaiuk.com, and we also have a huge range of CPDs launched this year, which are really innovative in terms of what people in the market have been asking for. So SPF and how we can put that into design principles, heat pump design principles, and we're working on a new CPD at the moment, which is focused on water neutrality, another big trend that's hitting our industry. So feel free to log on to there and book on a training course or CPD today.